Good evening, guys, from Sydney, Australia. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Jackie M from Masters of Malaysian Cuisine, and we are on our last day of MOMC Series 4 on sweet and savory pancakes of Malaysia. And tonight I have got coming up is Dave, vegan chef Dave. I'm actually very, very curious to see how he makes this particular dish. And also we will have the amazing Nora Harun from California, who will be co-hosting. But before we get these guys to say hello, I'm just going to play a quick reel from Tourism Malaysia. But also, don't forget, guys, just say hello in the comments. Let us know where you're watching from. We'd love to acknowledge you, especially if you're watching from far-flung places. And also just do a hashtag live if you're watching it live, and hashtag replay if you're watching a replay. But yeah, let's quickly watch this reel, and we'll come back to you shortly. Hey, now, we're ready to go. We're ready to go. Come on. Gotta make a move to get there right now. Somewhere nice that we can get away. Better than the ordinary day. You're my paradise. Malaysia, truly Asia. Hey guys, okay, Jackie, I'm back again, and I love watching these Tourism Malaysia ads because it just makes me miss Malaysia so much. But yeah, again, welcome to vegan chef Dave. Dave is making one of my favorite things to eat growing up in Malaysia, and Nora is going to be co-hosting him. So I'm going to let these two take over, and I'll pop back on at some point during the interval as well. And don't forget to hop on in the comment section and post any questions you have so that Nora can hit up Dave with any questions that you might have about Appam. Okay, like I said, it's one of my favorite things to eat. So I'm going to be glued to the screen right throughout this session. All right, guys, take it away. All the best.
Thank you, Jackie. Hello, welcome back to MOMC Mondays. Hi, Dave, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Selamat malam, salam sejahtera semua teman-teman dan everybody watching from different parts of the world. Let us know where you're watching from so we can give you a shout out. It is morning here in California, so good afternoon, good evening to the rest of the world. Dave is making one of my favorite breakfast treats that I grew up eating in Singapore, and I get the pleasure of hosting him today so I can see it firsthand. So Dave, take it away.
Yeah, hi, wanakkam, salam sejahtera, tatiyahau. So hari ini I'm going to make this coconut milk appam. Yeah, it's one of I would say my whole family, like big family favorite dish that what my mom always make for us on every Sunday, because she has been working throughout the days, and normally on Sunday she have an off day, and normally she make this breakfast for us. And yeah, so when I think back, like doing pancake, this is I think compared to thosai, this is much more something that we love eating throughout like during our childhood days, like especially when I leave my home after secondary school for college. I really miss this, and each time I went back home, even now, my mom surely will make this for me. And yeah, so I'm going to make this, and yeah, so, and I believe this is a dish that can get in not only in Malaysia, but in southern part of India, even in Sri Lanka, even in Singapore, and in some of the Southeast Asian countries. So it is something very unique, and as well as it has a different version of it. So I'm making just replicate exactly how my mom used to make for us. And yeah, so let's check it out. What are the ingredients that we have today for the particular appam? So in Tamil, we call this appam as coconut milk appam. In Tamil, we call tengapal appam. It literally means coconut milk appam. So yeah, let me show you guys what are the things that I have prepared here. So basically, I have the batter for the appam over here, and I have this coconut shredded. I have some salt, some brown sugar, and then yeah, you're curious what is this? It's an onion, just half of the onion with poking with the fork, and Here is the ingredient for making the batter. So I have some rice, which is the raw one, and I have some cooked rice over here, just like 2 tablespoons, and also soda, baking soda. So basically, for making the batter, right, you have to soak this rice. This is a 1 cup of rice, so you have to soak this like at least 3 to 4 hours to a max of 12 hours, up to you. And you can just add like a 2 tablespoons of this leftover rice. We normally use leftover cooked rice at home, but you can even use fresh. There's no issue. The main reason is for thickening and also fermentation purpose. So, and then we have some soda, but this is optional. You can add or not, but normally my mom add just maybe 1 teaspoon of it, baking soda. So we blend all this together. So you will have a question like, how much water should I put? It's very simple. It's not a rocket science. If, like example, your rice is up to this level, you just add the water slightly above the amount of rice. But this does require like at least 12 hours of fermentation. So normally my mom's make like after she grind everything at night, the next morning we can have a breakfast. So I have done this early this morning, so it's now ready for I'm making this. So it needs at least like 12 hours or maybe 8 to 12 hours. So once you grind and ferment it, it will look like this. It will look even a lot of bubble, but just now I already mixed it, so it doesn't look a lot of bubble. So this is the texture of the batter will be look like. So basically it's a rice batter, I would say. So it's very simple, and you can add a pinch of salt as well in it, so that it gives you some richness of the rice. Okay. So far there's any question, or I believe you are one of
So
the
far
master of doing this as well.
we have some shout out to do. We have some fans of yours that want to say hi. I just saw a message from Farah from Kuala Lumpur. She said hi to you. And then we
Hi,
also
hi,
have
hi.
we have a BB also that just said hi.
Okay, hi, hi. So yeah.
And then
So now,
somebody and Hamima just said hi to you too.
okay, thank you. So hi everyone, especially from all over the world as well as Malaysia. Yeah, just to let us know where are you watching from. So one more thing
Mala from
for me.
Sydney. Chef
Hi,
Boss in
hi,
the
hi.
house.
Okay, cool. So one of the things that we basically need for this coconut milk appam is the coconut milk. So we have the batter is done for the making appam. So now what we're going to do is going to prep this coconut milk. So you can use the one that comes in a carton box, which is like a coconut cream, but I would like to use the fresh one because because it is lighter in taste and fresh, and the sweetness is totally different compared to the one coming in carton box. So for this I would like to keep it as traditional as possible, as how my mom used to make. I don't want to mess with her today, so I just keeping it as simple as how she do. Just add the shredded coconut. I'm not sure in different part of the world is that very hard to get this, but if you are in Malaysia, it's something very easily can get. Just add some water, some filtered water. Again, how much you just add? Just enough to cover the coconut, shredded coconut will do. And then you're just going to grind them, just going to blend them, and then going to filter out the milk. Okay.
We have some viewers from Sydney that want to say hi to you, Dave.
Okay, so basically it's done, doesn't have to grind so long. So what we're going to do, we're going to filter this.
That looks nice and creamy,
Yeah.
thick. So we have Han from Sydney. Marvin Nasi Lemak just said hi to you. And
Wow.
Clark Yap from Sydney, Australia also So we have all
Okay,
enough
cool.
energy tonight.
Okay, so as we can see, the milk is done. So all we have to do now is to season this, or else it will be just a taste of coconut without, sweetness or the richness of it. So all we have to do now is just to add a bit of sugar. You can use any types of sweetener, but my mom used to love to put white sugar, but I'm going to use brown sugar. So I'm just going to add about 3 tablespoons. So you can even use maple syrup or agave or stevia or whatever you feel comfortable with and you like to go sweet. So just mix them a good stir, mix them well. So you can see it's very watery. It's not like very rich and creamy like the one you get from the one get from the carton box. And yeah, and add a pinch of salt so that it will enhance the flavor. In Malay we call it rasa berlemak. So it is like will help you to make the milk richer. So yeah, it the color when I put the brown sugar, it turned out to be like chendol. Because chendol is made out of brown sugar as well as coconut milk. So as you guys can see, it turned out to be something like that. So if you use white sugar, it will still remain as in white color. So it's up to you. You can choose whichever you like. Some people will just simmer this for a while, just to reheat this to have the aroma of coconut. But I like it to be just like that. So okay, now we're going to make the most important part of it. Yeah, so it's making the appam. So for making the appam, you need to have some sort of pan like this because without that it's hard. So this is like a mini pan that you can use for making appam. Comes with a cover. So I'm just going to reheat this. Okay, just let the pan heat. This is a non-stick version, so it doesn't really have to use oil. But if you're using the non-stick version, then definitely you have to use some oil. And then you have to use like half of the onion. You just poke with this fork. And then, yeah, that's how normally we do it. This works as a function of spreading the oil. But naturally, onion has a slight amount of oil that which will help you to give the aroma to your appam later. So that's why we basically use this. So now as the pan is getting hot, what am I going to do is, yeah, you can hear the sound. It's like zzz. So that's what will give a nice aroma on the pan. Okay.
So
So
we have somebody from the Philippines named Jamie. I believe
okay.
this is
Hi.
someone from the Philippines. So hi
Yeah.
Jamie, thanks for watching.
Yeah. Yeah. So now we can put the batter in. So this is the best part that everybody must watch. We even call this apam lenggang in northern side because you have to lenggang. Yeah, you have to turn it round and round. So I'm just going to put the batter in. So once it's done, what you have to do, you just take after like 3 seconds, just take this out, and then you just turn this like this.
Wow.
Yeah. So okay, and then you can just close it back. If you want the middle part to be really thick, you can do it smaller. If you just want it to be just nice, you can make it smaller. It's up to you always. So just wait until it's really thoroughly cooked and turn translucent, then it's ready. So it's very simple that you can make at home. It doesn't really require longer time. You can close it up for a while until it's really cooked. So yeah, Nora, maybe you can share with me like is that similar method how your mom or your family do or anything different?
Yeah, it's the same. I remembered we the little wok that my mom had was much smaller. It wasn't nonstick, of course. But I
Okay,
wanted
yeah,
to
yeah.
ask you, for our viewers who do not have a pan like that, what could you
Mm-hmm.
possibly use to achieve the same the same texture.
Yeah, actually, I thought of that, but I don't really think anything able to replace that. Yeah, it
Yeah.
must have that, or else it's quite tough to make that. Yeah.
Or find a miniature wok, right? Maybe that will
Yeah,
work.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only option.
Yeah. Okay. So we
Okay,
have
so as we
actually.
can see, it's nicely done now, and you can see the middle part is like a puff popping out, but it's smaller. Later we will do a second one, which is a bigger size. So
Okay.
it's since it's non-stick, so it's easily able to remove this. So yeah,
That looks so good, Dave.
yeah.
And Amanda Chu is watching from Singapore. We
Oh,
also
it's
have
hot.
Chef Renee in the house from Dubai.
Yeah, and you can see it's like really nicely done, but you can even like, make it much browner color if you want. So for the second one, I would like to make it again, but in the middle part, I will leave it a bit more better than compared to just now what I made. So
Yeah.
I just use this onion to spread so that it has a nice aroma in it. Okay. Okay, I can smell the nice aroma from here. Okay, so now I'm going to add again. Okay, so this time I don't go like really big, just make it like smaller. And then just put the fire on the medium so that it doesn't really burn them. And then just close it. So you will get a nice puffy texture like this in the middle, means you are success. If it doesn't puff up, means it's a fail. So I'm going to show you normally how does it look like in the middle, right? Yeah, as you guys can see, you see, this means your appam is success. The layers, so it's amazing, and it smells so good of the rice, and as well as the in Chinese we call wok hei. It's a bit of burn of the texture, and this part will be always crispy at the side, and the middle one puff. And when we were young, we like to eat the side, and the middle we feel it's very disgusting to eat because we doesn't know how to enjoy it. But now as we grow up, we really love to eat the whole thing. So it's very simple and very nice to eat. Yeah, as you guys can see, the second one is done as well. It's even beautiful. As you guys can see, the middle part is like really popping up. So it just need a little longer time to cook the middle one.
So we have Nina. She's saying that the batter is looking white in spite of the brown sugar.
Yeah, exactly. Some they even put the coconut cream or the sugar on top. Once they done this, so they will just directly put the coconut milk in it. Some they will put in the batter, so it's totally a different version. But I'm just familiar with this, so I don't want to mess with the recipe. So I just, even yesterday, I called my mom, double check. This is how you do, right? Even though I watched her doing since I was young, I just doesn't want to make it a fail. So I just called, and yeah, it's beautifully done. As you guys can see, oh my god, exactly this is how my mom make. So she'll have a nice thin crust at the side. This is
Dave,
a new pan that I purposely bought for this. Okay, done. Amazing. So now what we're going to do, you guys can see it's like a thick in the middle and the side is smaller compared to this one just now I made. So it's all up to you. If you like the thicker version in the middle, you can make like this, but you like thinner version more, then you can make like this. And then how we're going to eat this is very simple. Normally how we serve is just with the coconut milk that we just now have made. So it will be very watery, the milk. It doesn't have to be very thick. And normally how we do is we just pour this on and let it like soaked for a while, like few minutes. And then you just, while it's hot and the milk is not hot, so easily you can start to eat. As you guys see, like, yeah, we Malaysian use eating hands. So yeah, I'm gonna show you. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh my God, this is so good. The middle part, once it's soaked in the yeah, you can see it's like really nice and mm, oh my God, it's so good. So yeah, I don't know why I'm start eating, but actually I just want to show how to pour the sauce and how we serve it, but it's really, really good. So some people they eat this with like curry and even shredded coconut and brown sugar sprinkle on top. Yeah, but I like to eat this way. So
Yeah.
you will have the crust on the side and you will have the healthy appam in the middle. So it turned out to be really, really good. So you guys have any questions? I think this is the most shortest demo of cooking I have ever made in my life because that's how simple it is to make when you've done all
Wow.
the prep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think most of the work is already done the night before. In your case, this morning, right? Because this is
Yes,
all about
exactly.
fermenting. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm curious. How is this different from making tosa? I know tosa involves also
Yeah.
fermentation, but it has, I think, some additional ingredients besides this, right? I think it has
Yeah, thosai is the rice.
lentil.
Like example, 1 cup of rice, it comes with another half cup of ulundu. We call urat dal, so or garam dal. So it comes with that. We soak both together, as well as like 2 tablespoons of this cooked rice, and then we grind them, and with some salt and some baking soda if you want. But without baking soda is fine. It's the same process. It will ferment, but you will have to use a pan. We call it in Tamil or even in English. I think we call this as tawa. So you need to have this. So then you can make a nice tosa. But I never how to say like use this batter to make tosa before. But yeah, basically that's how it make. Yeah,
Awesome. Okay, so
yeah,
we have Hima Usha who just said coconut milk appam indeed. So the coconut milk is only used as a accompaniment for the appam, not in the appam batter itself, correct?
yeah, exactly. So while I'm watching, actually, my mom is commenting on my Facebook page, like, you, chef, you can use brown sugar. It's like she's hinting me, why am I using brown
Oh,
sugar? So, I mean, since Nora is asked and since we have some time, I think I can show how
yeah,
normally people make thosai. But this is not the right batter to do it. But anyway, we can try. No harm in trying.
yeah, let's do
So
it. Let's do it.
yeah, basically tosa is make, yeah, you just reheat this pan and again the same process where we will brush with this onion when the pan is really hot. So
What if
but I never.
what if you don't want
Sorry.
to use onion? Is that okay? What if you
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
want
yeah,
to use
definitely
onion?
okay. Some people they just use brush to brush the oil. So if
Yeah.
you want to use onion, you can use. If you don't like onion, then you can just omit this process. And even some people just use paper towels to just spread the oil to just brush up. Okay, so the pan is hot now, but I'm not sure whether this is going to happen or not because even myself, I never tried this. So the process is something like this. You just put
Yeah.
the batter in the middle, don't do
Uh-huh.
anything, and then you just go round like this.
Oh wow, look at it.
Yeah,
Looks like it's about to happen.
yeah. So
There you
uh,
go. You did it.
normally Indian says if you can't make a good tosa, you can't get married. You must master how
Oh,
to make a perfect round tosa, then only you are allowed to get married. So
oh
it's
wow.
just a saying in among the Indian community. So yeah, so you just make a round tosa and just let it cook through for a while. Then yeah, it's done. So, but of course, the batter will be different and the taste will be different. But it goes with coconut chutney. I hope maybe in another series I can do thosai instead of this, so that yeah,
Yeah.
today is just a teaser for you guys how thosai is normally made. Okay.
Yeah. That was a bonus
So
from Chef Dave for everybody. So thank you for doing that, Dave.
yeah. Okay, so it's, as you guys can see, it's almost done when it's turned translucent. So I can just, how does it make this pan is really super good. It's really show it's very non-stick. I doesn't even touch, it's already like moving. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically how we normally do is we just close this up. You see, because I'm making with this pan, it doesn't turn brown. I mean this
Uh-huh.
batter. Normally, if toasted batter, as for now, it's already turned like a bit of brown color. So that is the difference. So the shape, no, yeah, it's very soft and very hard for me to even turn it. So that's the
Yeah.
thing. But the shape will look like this. The color and the texture totally different. Okay. So yeah, I think basically that's about it. So any questions?
That was
I
well. Ross Chef Yin was saying that she wants you to make tosa definitely next time.
oh yeah, yeah. I think Jackie must
Yeah.
be rolling at the back of the house.
Yes, I am actually. So, like with this appam, you mentioned earlier backstage that you can actually eat it savory as well, right? Is that
Yeah,
correct? Okay.
yeah, yeah.
So, what would you usually serve it with, and how do you serve it? Because I find it really unusual that you pour the sauce
Yes.
over it, because that's not
Yeah.
actually how I remember it. But
Yeah, but people just go, I mean, eat that with any types of curry, like how you eat dosa or roti canai. So they just go with any gravies, like traditionally they goes with all these, like dal or chicken curry or mutton curry and all sort of things. Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah, I've
yeah.
never, yeah,
Especially, I think this is quite popular in Sri Lanka. They like to eat the savory version as well. But normally in Malaysia, I rarely see this happening. Yeah, most of the time they goes with this coconut milk. It's just that they have two versions. One is they put the coconut milk after they done the entire appam. Some they mix the coconut cream into the batter. Yeah, so that's the
yeah.
difference.
How is this different from like these similar looking pancakes, but that are like a toasty light brown color that you see?
In the pasar malam and all that in the night
Yeah,
street.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
also
I
yeah,
think that's mostly done by the Chinese, right? The really
yeah,
thin and the crispy and the
that's
middle.
right.
So I think that one is, I mean, I believe it's similar, just the texture and different kind of pan they are using because they use a smaller version. So it turned out to be, and I don't think so. I think they mix the coconut milk in the batter as well as sugar. So they don't really dip with any gravy or sauce. They just eat like this as a snack. So yeah, I think basically that are the differences. But this is more like a roti kind of thing, like a bigger portion, and we like have it for breakfast and all that. Yeah, I think that's the basic differences between these two. Yeah.
Sure. It's funny you should mention that it's usually made by the Chinese, and that's what I always thought as well. Except that on
Yeah.
my last trip to Penang, I saw an Indian
Yeah.
guy make it, and it was really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, I think because Appam itself, the word Appam is a Tamil word. So that's where the origin, I think, brought by these people and then share the culture and heritage among us over the years. So that's why it's not surprise, right? Today we see Malay, Chinese, Indian able to make roti canai, able to make dosa and appam and all that. That's how beautiful Malaysia is. Yeah.
The this sort of appam, like you know how in Malaysia we've got like with Indian restaurants they have the banana leaf curry. Is that the sort of place you would find this in?
Exactly, exactly. Even
Okay.
in Mama shop, Mama restaurant, you hardly find like Mama restaurant is like a mix of Indian and Muslim heritage, right? So it's hardly find this the appam coconut milk appam, but in the banana leaf shop, most of the time you will get able to get this coconut milk appam. Yeah,
Yeah. That's right. So that's the thing about Malaysia that's so diverse. I can't wait to go back there and try, like,
yeah,
especially banana leaf curry. The
yeah.
last time I had it was over in Brickfields in Kuala Lumpur. But
Hmm.
and even within the context of banana leaf curry places, they have different types of I went to this place that did chettinad
Okay,
cuisine,
okay.
you know, and like I
Chettinad
still
is
can't tell
somewhere
the difference.
I guess Chettinad is somewhere very close to Nora's heritage, nearby to this Kerala. So it's another region where they really have their own way of cooking, and they are very popular for their culinary thing. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
I remember. I think maybe the ones that we see that are browned are probably from a different type of wok, right? Because you have a
Yeah.
non-stick versus. So if you have a regular metal wok, I think it will brown differently, correct? Dave?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
Definitely.
I love Appam very much because it's not only is it vegan, but it's also naturally gluten free, and because it's fermented, you know, it's really good. It's good for your stomach, you know, because it's pre-processed for you, so it's not hard for you to process. It's like drinking it.
Exactly. Even though I mean, like during the cooking process, we might lose the probiotic because of the temperature, hot temperature. But I believe it's still easily digest and still tastes good, and it's light. It's not like really heavy after you're having it. So something that really, I believe even a lot of Malaysian might not aware about this because it's quite popular among the Indian community, and as well as some people who are close with, they have close Indian friends, and or they are really a foodie, then they will know. But normal, ordinary Malaysian who are not Indian, so it's a bit something new for them. Even I saw a lot of people commenting on my page just now, what am I making? So they might never even seen this before. So I mean, especially if you are traveling to Malaysia, this is something that you must try out because you don't really see people selling this everywhere. So only designated places they have this kind of appam. Yeah.
So Hamima was saying that Chef Dave is vegan, so appam you eat with a sweet sauce. But that's a great thing. I like Malaysian food that's naturally vegan, as opposed to when you try and force something to be vegan that isn't naturally vegan. Yeah, that's my favorite. Yeah. But by the way, guys, if you don't know Chef Dave obviously is our vegan chef in our Masters of Malaysian Cuisine universe, but he's got this very compelling slant to his food, which is that he tries to veganize all kinds of Malaysian hawker food, and that's my favorite actually. I love, especially in series 1, you guys can actually go back and watch all our old videos at youtube.com/Masters of Malaysian Cuisine. Series 1, he did a mee goreng where he made a vegan version. And the thing about Dave as well, apart from being vegan, he's also Indian, so he's got like this particular he does mee goreng better than the average, I think, Malaysian chef, you know what I mean? Because I didn't realize, because for the longest time I thought mee goreng was just kind of like, because I did mee goreng, I used to sell it in my restaurants as well, but it was almost like a glorified fried noodle with a little bit of tomato-y, so they give it that too. But Dave, the way he makes it has that very mamak take on it as well. So you guys should go back and watch series 1, Chef Dave's mee goreng, mamak mee goreng vegan version. I mean, you don't have to make it vegan. I wouldn't make it vegan myself, but everything else about it is fabulous. I love it. So Mala was saying as well, the Sri Lankans like their appam with sunny side egg. Is that right?
Okay. Yeah. Some they do that as well.
Yeah, and Dave is right as well about how like we Malaysians are so diverse that like, depending on our ethnic background, we might never have come across some of these dishes that other ethnicities actually grow up being so familiar with. And so I thought it might be timely for me to actually ask about appam versus appam balik, which was what Nora made like in her session, right? Because that's very confusing to non-Malaysians. Sometimes they call it appam and they call it appam balik. Why is it? Does anyone know why it's called appam balik? Balik means to return in Malay.
Yeah.
Anyone know?
The fold, maybe, because the appam balik.
Fold it in half.
Fold over, right? So
fold over. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
So, and besides, I think that the type of the flour they use, but they still go through the fermentation process where they keep it for a longer time. So you will have that fluffy texture, and as well as the condiments to go with, right? So that's make I think all type of appam it comes from one heritage, and slowly it diverse where people take on their own way of doing things and introduce some different cooking methods and ingredient into it. That's how basically all our Malaysian food become eclectic, I would say, as like what Papa Joe always loves to do. Yeah.
That's right. Papa Joe's stuff might be something that people think is normal in Malaysia and like in the next generation.
I
Yeah.
also wanted to mention that it is only until recently, right, that eating food that is good for gut bacteria, probiotic, sourdough
Yeah.
is made popular.
Exactly.
But people don't really know that we have been doing this for generations, you know, like
Yeah.
fermenting, like, you know, our grandparents have been fermenting foods forever, you know,
Yeah.
to promote good bacteria for our guts and tummies and promoting probiotic. And this is
Yeah.
something that we've been doing for
Exactly.
years. And, you know, it's good for you. I mean, if you're gluten-free, this is like the best thing for you to eat for breakfast. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm gluten intolerant, so this is like one of my go-to breakfasts. I love it.
So Dave, I want to ask you like how you did your appam with the sweet coconut sauce. What are the other ways you can actually serve appam with, both sweet and
Yeah, basically, I mean, like, this is one of the most common practice, but like I said, you can just incorporate the coconut milk and as well as this the brown sugar together in the batter, or else like the savory type, you can serve with some gravies and all of that. I mean, if you want to go on a bit of a take on this, you know, like eclectic style or a bit of fusion and all sort of things, of course, you can add in all these fruits like banana nuts and all that, incorporate into it, a dash of cinnamon or ginger powder. We always can creative and do all sort of thing. I think it doesn't has to be just static as a plain and simple. Yeah, definitely can try out different kind of cooking method. Yeah.
Sure, but typically you just have it with the sweet coconut sauce, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
The the other thing I want to mention as well, the appam balik that Nora made also is actually in Indonesia. It tends to be called martabak manis.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Some part
Whereas in
of
Malaysia,
they call it murtabak manis.
yeah, in Malaysia, martabak is something else altogether. It's all very confusing, guys. That's why you should all go to
Yeah.
Malaysia, right?
Yeah.
And figure all this out. Make sure you guys stick
Exactly.
around and find out from us about like,
As soon as the quarantine is over, I am getting my ticket.
we all are.
Welcome here. Myself and Chef Joe and Mama Pearly is always, you know, welcoming all of you guys back Malaysia and enjoy the food with us, because we also like really exciting to see you guys as soon as possible. Yeah.
And we're gonna go on a culinary tour around Malaysia.
Yeah, exactly. I can't wait for that.
And not only that,
and my take, I mean, especially for my take on this culinary tour, I really want to record down like how as a vegan you still can survive in Malaysia, because people have a thought like as a vegan it's hard to survive in Malaysia, and especially for the tourists who are vegan, they they have a myth that come to Malaysia is all meaty and non-vegan food, but actually in fact by default a lot of our Malaysian food is vegan. So yeah, that's which
Sure.
I would like to highlight on during the trip, that we really excited and looking forward.
For me, what I want to find are all the best hawker food that doesn't have pork, like non-pork versions of all my favorite.
Okay, yeah.
The struggle is real, guys. I don't want to. I love nasi kandar. I love nasi campur, but I don't want to be eating that my whole trip. You know, I want to eat like wonton mee and all that sort of stuff, but without pork. You know, so that's going to be something I'm going to document in my future trips to Malaysia as well. So if you guys. I'm one of like maybe 6 Chinese people on the planet who don't like pork.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, guys.
I just want to eat anything.
All right, guys, don't forget, if you haven't already signed up at our website, make sure you do malaysianchefs.com/join today, and that's where you get access to all our recipes, our e-magazines. I know people are already chasing me up for series 4 e-magazine, but my co-editor Norman Musa needs a very, very well-deserved break. So he's going to take a week off in a couple of days. And then when he comes back, we will work on the e-magazine. Okay, I've been sending him all sorts of stuff. So by the time he comes back, he'll just put it all together. And you guys will have a beautiful issue of eMag number 4 waiting for you in your members area, but you need to sign up malaysianchefs.com/join today. All right, let's have a look. See what Marla says. I'm dying to try out some of your recommendations, Chef Dave, especially the ones in Penang. There you go. See, all our followers have been following your vegan journey, Dave. In fact, I've been sharing some of your vegan content, and people are starting to think that I'm vegan. And I say, "Oh, do you know this place in Sydney is vegan?" I was like, "Okay, thanks." All right. All right. Well, let's wrap it up. There's a nice and short little session here today. But guys, don't forget, there is more coming up in an hour and a half, I think. And we have this time Zaleha Open, that rendang lady from MasterChef UK. And she's going to be making something that I've never actually heard of. It's a sago pancake. Savory sago pancake. I'm really, really curious to find out what that's going to be like. So make sure you stick around and tune in, and we will see you in at 10 p.m. Malaysia time, which is midnight Sydney time. All right. Hey, hello. I think that's Pearly. Kisek.
Yes, Mama Pearly.
Okay, cool. Hi, Pearly. Better late than never. All right, guys. Zaleha, yay, Zaleha. All these MOMC chefs are just hopping on to say hello. Priscilla, Appams, Yums. All right, guys. If you're catching the tail end of this, you can always watch a replay. All our replays can be found. Easiest place to find them is at our website, which is to watch them live is our website. And also, by the way, we've got a new website up. We're still working on it, filling up some, extra content for you. But in the meantime, go and check it out. Just malaysianchefs.com just malaysianchefs.com. And also go to youtube.com/Masters of Malaysian Cuisine. That's where all our live videos and any additional bonus content is up as well. So go and check it out, right? Let's have a look. And thank you again, guys. And we will see you in a couple of hours. All right. I'll see you guys. Thanks, Nora. Thanks, Dave. Guys, bye. I'm gonna bump out with another tourism clip. All right, ciao.